Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings, Ocean Beach. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Tuesday, April 7th. You'll be interested to know. 78 years ago, today, in 1948, the World Health Organization was founded to coordinate international public health efforts and to promote health standards and disease prevention worldwide. Its creation marked a major milestone in global cooperation, establishing a dedicated agency to set norms, support countries, and improve well-being for populations everywhere. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Tuesday at Ocean Beach. This morning it's looking choppy with waves at 2 to 3 plus feet. Conditions remain the same through the morning, with the wind staying onshore at around 11 to 12 miles per hour. Expect similar wave heights throughout the day, with the wind increasing slightly to onshore at 15 miles per hour by late afternoon. Best time to ride is at 9 a.m. with a 0-foot low tide when the south-southwest swell is 2 feet at 14 seconds and the onshore wind is 11 mile per hour. The first low tide on Tuesday will be 0 foot at 9:45 a.m., followed by a 4-foot high tide at 5:45. The nearshore buoy in San Francisco Bar reads 57 degrees for the water temperature. Choppy conditions dominate Wednesday with waves around 2 to 3 feet and west winds up to 12 miles per hour. Thursday sees a slight improvement with fair conditions and consistent 2-foot waves, though choppy in the afternoon. Friday brings the best surf of the period with clean sets building to 3 plus feet and light winds early on. This morning, it's mostly cloudy and it feels like 53 degrees with 9 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:38 and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:44. It looks like we're in for some mostly sunny weather today, with a high near 60, cooling down to around 57 in the afternoon, and a moderate west breeze, around 12 miles per hour, with gusts up to 18. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 65. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies, with a low around 52, and light winds, around 8 miles per hour, with gusts also up to 18. Looking ahead in the weather. This morning, it's mostly cloudy and it feels like 53 degrees with 9 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:38 and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:44. It looks like we're in for some mostly cloudy skies today with a high around 60 and a mild breeze. Tonight, expect continued mostly cloudy conditions with a low of 56 and light winds picking up a bit. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, if you are experiencing cold or flu-like symptoms this winter, you may be dealing with a lesser-known respiratory virus that is rising in the Bay Area and across the United States. Human Metapneumovirus, often referred to as HMPV, causes symptoms similar to a cold and is related to respiratory syncytial virus. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, HMPV is most common during winter and spring. Symptoms can include cough, fever, nasal congestion, and shortness of breath, with potential complications such as bronchitis and pneumonia. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported that HMPV activity is increasing in the United States, aligning with expected seasonal trends. Now on to sports. Michigan fights off Yukon to win its first national championship since 1989. On April 6, 2026, in Indianapolis, Indiana, the Wolverines emerged as national champions. The number 1 ranked Michigan defeated the number 2 ranked Yukon 69-63, ending the Huskies' dynasty. This victory marks Michigan's second national championship, breaking the Big Ten's 26-year title drought. The Wolverines, led by second-year coach Dusty May, achieved a record-breaking 37 wins and 3 losses this season. Despite shooting poorly from three-point range, their size and depth proved too much for Yukon to handle. In local sports, the Phillies rallied past the Giants with a 6-4 victory on Monday night, thanks to Alec Bones' go-ahead double in the 7th inning after Bryce Harper's 2-run single tied the game. Jonathan Bolin earned the win by pitching the 6th inning, while Brandon Marsh's sacrifice fly added another run for Philadelphia. Adrian Hauser looked strong for the Giants in his home debut, but they could not hold on to a 4-run lead. The Giants have now lost 4 straight games and stand at 3 wins and 8 losses, marking their worst start since 2019. Up next, Christopher Sanchez will pitch for the Phillies against Giants left-hander Robbie Ray on Tuesday night. In top news, kids are discovering the joys and pains of the landline. Families are combating screen time with a blast from the past: home phones. However, it has not been a smooth transition. Elsie Wright campaigned for a phone and finally received one for Christmas, but it was a landline. American families are embracing the low-tech life, installing home phones to reduce smartphone use, which has created some hiccups. Luna James Martinez, 9 years old, hung up her new retro-looking handset, thinking it was glitching. Her mom explained what a dial tone was, while Luna struggled with basics like holding the receiver correctly. In business news, the money game is capturing Wall Street's attention as analysts focus on the Strait of Hormuz. With markets wobbling, James Van Gielen states, it's the most bearish outcome. The founder of Citrini Research, known for causing a $200 billion market meltdown, is concerned about how Donald Trump's conflict with Iran will impact financial markets. After watching the president's April Fool's Day address, he felt glum, especially as his analyst in the war zone reported troubling news. Stocks had been rising on hopes of a ceasefire, but Trump's statement suggested a prolonged conflict. What did we rally on then? Asks Van Gielen. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is unchanged at $69,000. Ethereum is down 1% to just over $2,000. And XRP is down 1% to $1.32. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk science. Artemis II's crew has now flown farther than any humans. The distance covered, more than 248,655 miles, surpassed the record set by Apollo 13 in 1970. The crew of NASA's Artemis II mission has officially ventured farther into space than any humans before, zooming more than 248,655 miles from Earth in its historic voyage around the far side of the Moon. Today, for all humanity, you're pushing beyond that frontier, Kelsey Young, a science officer for Artemis 2, told the crew. The spacecraft will set yet another record for human travelers, 252,760 miles from Earth. And in entertainment news, Savannah Guthrie returns to work. Ready or not, let's do the news. Guthrie has been off air since her mother Nancy was abducted 65 days ago. Savannah Guthrie returned to the Today Show on Monday for real and for good. The NBC News Morning Show's longtime co-anchor was in her familiar chair next to Craig Melvin when a clock struck 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Wearing a cheery yellow dress, surrounded by roses, Guthrie opened with the latest news on Iran, including a potential 45-day ceasefire. "It is good to be home," Guthrie said. Well, alrighty, folks. It's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American author and motivational speaker, Wayne Dyer. And he said, "When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, highlighting the power of perspective in shaping our experiences and outcomes." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings, Ocean Beach.